Hey guys, how is it going everybody? In this video, we will be diving into something that we have been using almost unknowingly for the last 3 videos in the series but haven't talked much about yet. So, we will be looking at the print function and some of its interesting use cases in this particular video. Alright, so with that said, let's get started. So, here I have Hello World printed on the screen. Now, what we shall do is, we shall remove the Hello World from the print function here and let's observe what happens. And now if I were to run this, it just prints out a blank line. So the print function prints out a new line and you can use this for example if you simply wanted to print out a few blank lines, you can simply call the print function multiple times. Now, let's expand on this and see how we can print multiple variables inside the print function. Technically, Python has many ways to do this and let's go through them one by one. So let's create two variables here, message1 and message2, and assign it the values hello and world respectively. Now let's see how we can print these variables inside the print function. Now if you are used to system.out.println or are coming from a Java background, what we are going to do here should feel quite familiar. Let's type in print message1, put a space here and then print message2, and if I run this we get the hello world output as expected on the screen. Now this does work, but it's simply not the most efficient way to do this in Python and is prone to a lot of errors. Let's see an example of why this could be an issue. Let's create a new integer variable I equal to 5, and now instead of message2 we will add this new I variable that we just created above, and the output we are expecting here is hello followed by the value of the I variable. And if we run this, now we can see that Python throws an error because in Python when using the plus operator, both the arguments that we are concatenating need to be of the same data type, and this is the very reason that you should almost never use the plus operator with print statements in Python. So, what can we do instead? Well, the alternative is to use the comma operator. And the neat thing about using the comma separator is that we no longer need to add a separate space explicitly because the print function now does it automatically for us. And if we run this, we see that we now get the expected output. Alright, now this print function does accept a few arguments. One of them is this SCP argument, which stands for a separator. As you can probably guess, SCP allows us to tell the print function that this is the separator that must be used for separating multiple strings that we print inside the print function, and the default value for the separator is a space. So let's see how this works with an example. So let's remove all the code we have so far and create two new variables here. Let's call the first one hour and assign it the value 18, and create another variable, call it minutes and assign it 57. Now let's print this out like we normally would, and if we were to run this, we would get our output on two separate lines, but what we want here is that these timestamps here should be separated by a colon. And that is what the SCP operator allows us to do. So what we can do here in the second print statement here is use the SCP argument and specify a colon, and now if I was to go ahead and run this, we can see that we get the hour and the minute variable separated by a colon. Now you might have noticed that these two statements here are on separate lines because println puts a new line separator by default between them. But what if we wanted them to be output on the same line? And that is where the end parameter comes into the picture. The end parameter allows us to change the way the print function behaves when the entire text is printed. That is, whether you want to print a new line or a space after the print function has executed. So, if I were to put an end here and specify a space, and now that space would override the new line of the print function, and if I was to go ahead and run this, we get the output as expected. So that was a close look at the print function in Python and the formatting you can do with it. Now that's not all, and Python 3.6 introduced f-strings, which is a slightly advanced topic for the scope of this particular tutorial, and we would likely cover that in a separate video. In the meanwhile, if you have any doubts or queries, feel free to drop them in the comment section below, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you.